2 a.m. advisory. Category 3, winds down to 120 now, moving northwest at 14, and then tracking along the coastline. The track is not going to change here. All that changes are the wind speeds, so we're down to a Category 3 and moving northwest, a little quicker in the forward speed, and then wrapping back down toward the Bahamas on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So it is rain and it is wind for us, and here are some of the current wind gusts: 71 miles an hour in Vero, 37 in Port St. Lucie, 45 in Jupiter. We just had a 59 at the Juneau Pier, and it tapers off. Those big winds taper off west of the lake. Here's another look at it, and there's some of the wind reports coming in too along the Treasure Coast, and just a 71 mile an hour wind in the last few minutes in Vero at the airport there. That's not even along the coastline, so along the coast it's likely even stronger because it's a little more exposed to the winds. The Vipercast model is keeping the eye offshore. Let's see what it does as far as our winds. There's 4:30 in the morning, starting to see a little bit of an improvement, not much though. As we get into 6:30 and 7:30, the wind's down to just above tropical storm force, and into Friday early afternoon, still very gusty. They're west winds now coming in off the west coast and then moving across the state, and a big improvement Friday night and early Saturday. That's where we're really starting to see an improvement with our winds, and obviously the rain starting to work away at the same time. So starting to improve slowly for Palm Beach County, but let me go back a couple of frames. We still have that lingering band of very heavy rain, this band that is lined up right along Okeechobee Boulevard, lined up right along Southern Boulevard, and just sitting there, dumping tremendous amounts of rain, and has the potential for 55 mile an hour winds as it works across West Palm. Just a nasty weather situation back into around the lake area, and more on the way. This isn't going to end anytime soon. This is just going to continue to dump big rains up and down the coast. So yeah, you're putting some rainfall.
These are rain rates.
So we're looking at, is that 0.4 or 4? It looks like 0.4.
0.4, these are rain rates per hour.
We're looking at about a half an inch of rain each hour. So, but that adds up. If this is going to be around here in Palm Beach County for another hour or two. And there's a look at some of the rain rates across Palm Beach County again, and that band of heavy rain that is not going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. So watching that, and of course farther to the north, we're watching the winds, which are 60 and 70 miles an hour. Glenn?
People on Facebook asking, Boca in the clear, is Delray in the clear? I just want to add, the Hurricane Center is going to continue the tropical storm warning for Broward and Miami-Dade, so if that gives you any idea, no, not in the clear yet. Stay put where you are. It's not a time to start saying, well, we're all good now. We're not going to say that at all.
Yeah, we still have, of course, the tropical storm force winds continuing overnight for Palm Beach County and Boca and Delray and Boynton Beach. The threat for hurricane force winds quickly diminishing. Some heavy rain now across West Palm and back through Wellington. And on the Treasure Coast, we have these big winds that have fired up. It's not a surprise. These were forecast of 60 and 70 and almost 75 miles an hour at all the airport readings. And I can tell you the airports are pretty sporadic. They're pretty spread out up and down the Treasure Coast. I suspect that some of the other readings coming in from weather stations in this area have even higher wind gusts, especially along Hutchinson Island, simply because we're only getting sporadic readings here, but we're getting some very impressive readings of near hurricane force wind gusts. And this is, again, it is moving slowly northwest, but at the same time sort of sitting over this area with lots of rain and some gusty winds for the overnight hours. So big rain, big wind, hurricane center just off the coastline and moving up toward the Cape in the overnight hours. So a slow improvement for us the next little while. So the hurricane is down to a Category 3, winds at 120 miles an hour, and is moving northwest at about 14 to 15 miles an hour. So it is slowly pushing up the coastline at 2 a.m. This is about what we expected for our winds and our rain, perhaps a little farther offshore, which is good news. Some of the models were bringing this in as a landfalling hurricane, but the official forecast track kept it just offshore, which is where it is right now, which is nice to see. So I'm not sure what else I can add at this point. Big winds continue across the Treasure Coast. I'm watching the reports come in from some of our weather sensors and some of the ham radio operators and the airport readings in the next hour. I'll toss it, I believe, over to Kelly and Michael, who are at the anchor desk.
All right.